Good morning, everyone. Really looking forward to another meditation and mindfulness session today. So I can see a few people have already joined. We've still got a minute to go until 9 o'clock and then we'll get started. And we'll launch pretty quickly straight into our meditations today. And again, as normal, we've got a few different meditations for you to experience. And you know, I always say get comfortable. So whether or not you prefer to be lying down or seated, you know, either in a chair or sitting on the floor, whatever works for you today, you'll know what your body's telling you in terms of how you want to be for these meditation practices today. So we're on 9 o'clock. So I always like to get started on time where I can. And also these sessions are recorded and live on YouTube as well as on Zoom. You can't see the chat box on YouTube, but you can type in the comments box there as well. So feel free to use the comments box on Zoom or on YouTube just to say hello, let me know that you're here, and also ask any questions as we go through the session today as well. So welcome to everyone who's joining me. So our intention for this session today, or an intention that I'd like you to consider as we go through the different practices, is about observing and taking notice of your thoughts and your feelings as well. So often we're very busy in our head, or we're very busy doing things, going from one thing to the next. And actually I want you to think about today just how you can really observe how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what impact that makes on your day as well. Because so often we don't notice maybe how tense we're feeling, and that we need to stop and take a little bit of time out until we actually stop. And it's like, whoa, I've been going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So just want to encourage you to think about really observing, being aware, and just breathing and being more present in your day as well. So notice a few more people joining, so welcome to the session. And we're going to go straight into the meditations now. So for the first meditation, this is going to be about observing your thoughts, observing how you feel as well. So what I would ask you to do is just gently close your eyes and begin to become really aware of your breath. So get comfortable, and ideally you should be in a distraction-free place if possible. And this meditation is going to take a few minutes as we go through the practice. And just continue here for a few breaths. Within a few moments, you'll probably notice that you're drifting into your mind. Thoughts are drifting in. You might be thinking, I'm cold. What do I need to do after this session? What am I going to have for lunch? Thoughts will creep in, and the idea in this practice is to simply observe them and refrain from going down a spiral or engaging too much within them. Just simply notice them and let them go. The first way we're going to do this is by labeling our thoughts. While simply observing your thoughts and letting them go is an effective meditation technique and can be practiced for long periods of time, labeling your thoughts can be helpful before actually letting them go. You can do this by saying the word to yourself that is associated with the thought, visualising it written, or whatever's comfortable for you. There's no right or wrong here. Labelling your thoughts allows your mind to engage somewhat, which can be helpful, especially if this is a new practice for you. It gives your mind something to do while still maintaining an element of detachment from your thoughts. So the first way of labelling that I found quite useful is we can label our thoughts useful or not useful. So think about if the thought that's coming in is constructive or not. And it's a very simple distinction that can cover virtually all thoughts. Just label them useful or not useful and let them go. So continue here for a few moments thinking about if the thoughts are useful or not useful. Another way to label thoughts is by considering what type of thought is it. You can classify them according to their function. For example, judgment, planning, fear, doubt, remembering. And remember to label them and let them go. Don't linger too long. Another type of awareness that may drift in is being aware within your body, so body awareness. You may notice and focus on what you see or what you feel. Simply labeling things in terms of their sensation. So for example, when certain thoughts come up, we may feel warm, itchy, tense, rigid, firm, at ease. Just again, acknowledge how any thoughts and feelings manifest in your body and let them go. And we're going to continue here for a couple of minutes, just to allow you to label any thoughts in whatever way you prefer. Useful or not useful, the type of thoughts, classifying them, or how the thoughts feel within your body, the physical sensation. What I'd like you to do now is to take one deep inhale through your nose, pause, and exhale everything out of your mouth with a really loud sigh. Begin to open your eyes. Bring some movement into your feet, your hands. You may want to do an overhead stretch. And just when it feels comfortable to do so, just bring awareness back into the room. Notice what you can see, touch, smell. And release any final thoughts that were coming up through that meditation practice with one deep cleansing breath. This is an interesting approach and an interesting meditation practice, because so often what we do is we kind of avoid the thoughts that are going on in our head. We create and make ourselves busy. We don't maybe take that notice of them from a more observational perspective. We sometimes get really caught up in them. Rather than avoiding them, we get in this kind of spiral within our mind and within our thoughts. And something that I guess has been really powerful for me through meditation, and why I'm so passionate about it, is being able to be aware of our thoughts and not necessarily always validating our thoughts as true. So often we maybe get really emotional about something, or we feel something really intensely, and we could spend our whole day, our whole week worrying about something that may never happen. So actually being aware of what's triggering us, how do we feel within our body. I mentioned in there kind of physical sensations. So for me, when I feel under pressure or a little bit stressed, it's funny, but the physical sensation I get is a kind of itchy feeling within my body. And I know if I feel that there's some sort of stress, tension going on in my body, and I need to become kind of more aware of the thoughts, how I'm talking to myself, what I'm focusing on. And I've mentioned previously, but for those of you that haven't been on sessions before, I often ask myself questions to help me think about things differently. So when labeling useful or not useful thoughts, actually, what can I do if it's a not useful thought? What can I do here to take an action if I need to? Or what can I do to just let it go? What can I focus on that's more positive? What would be a positive next step? Actually, do I need to just take a little bit of time out and get some fresh air? There's all these different things that we can do, but bringing in more presence and observation of our thoughts and what is triggering within us is really good. I especially find it if I begin to feel kind of defensive about something. Sometimes we can go into that fight or flight mode, and if we're going into that fight mode, often if we're interacting with somebody else, we're not going to get the best possible outcome. So actually, how can I step back to allow myself to step back in? So how can I think about listening to the other person rather than shooting down their idea or defending my position? Actually, it's okay to disagree, but I don't have to go in with such a, I guess, fight type approach. So think about that, and how we can observe our thoughts and our feelings all of the time. It's not to get too hung up on it, but just to become more aware, just really, really can help your level of self-awareness and how you show up in different situations as well. I know that meditation for me is a tricky one, in terms of when you're given that space to just be aware of your thoughts, sometimes lots come and sometimes it feels like it's a bit of a void. And it's okay, whatever element of the scale you're on, or if you're somewhere in between as well, learning through meditation not to judge, not to put pressure, not to actually, I guess, rate yourself. Am I doing this well or am I doing this poorly? Whatever the practice looks like today, that's what's right for you. So we're going to go into another meditation practice now. So again, just gently close down your eyes. And begin by taking some deep cleansing breaths. Make sure you're comfortable. You can lie on your back for this one or sit up comfortably, whatever works for you. If you're lying down, feel the connection between the back of your body and the floor, the mat or surface that you're on. Whilst if you're seated, lengthen up through your spine, broaden through your collarbones and let your hands rest on your thighs. Palms facing up or down, whatever feels most comfortable. Tune into your breath as you begin to feel more comfortable. Notice your breath without trying to change or alter it. Also notice how you feel. Are you feeling quite relaxed? A little tense? Notice that without trying to change it either. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Continue to take deep, full breaths in through your nose and exhale everything out through your mouth. As you continue to breathe here, become aware of the state of your body and the quality of your mind. Where is your body holding tension? Do you feel closed off or shut down emotionally? Where is your mind? Is it wandering or is it at home within the breath? Is your mind at ease or filled with restlessness, negativity, and doubt? Place both hands over your heart and continue to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Ask yourself, how does it feel to place my hands over this tender area? This place where I experience love for self and others. Let your breath become more smooth and effortless, and begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Continue here with this nostril breathing. And feel the flow of air moving into your lungs and then back out into the world. With each exhale, imagine you're releasing any negative thoughts that may be lingering in your mind. On each inhale, think, I am worthy. And on each exhale, I am enough. Let each inhale draw in self-love, and each exhale release what is no longer serving you. Take a few minutes here to breathe and recite this mantra internally. I am worthy. On the inhale, I am enough. On the exhale, I am worthy. I am enough. Notice how you feel as you say these words to yourself. I am worthy. I am enough. If your mind wanders at any point, as it may, know that that is absolutely okay. It's the nature of the mind to wander. Simply bring your attention back to the breath. Notice how your thoughts come and go, whether useful or not useful. Simply allow them to pass on by like clouds floating in the sky. Now visualize yourself standing in front of a mirror and look into your eyes. What do you see? Love, neutrality, pain, sadness, joy. Regardless of what appears in the reflection, tell yourself you are worthy of happiness. I love you. Know what you see in the mirror in this moment may be different from what you see the next time you look. Imagine now that you could breathe into your heart and visualize positive energy pouring out of your hands and into your heart. Let this warm feeling permeate your heart center area and filling the rest of your body. Feel a sense of comfort and calm traveling up and down your chest, into your neck and head, out into your shoulders arms and hands, and then down into your ribs, into your belly, through into your pelvis, legs, and right down to your feet. Allow a sensation of warmth to fill you from head to toe. Breathe here and know that this feeling is always available for you when you need it. When you're ready, take a few deep, mindful breaths and notice how your body feels, how your mind feels, and how you feel. Sit for a few moments to acknowledge this feeling. I want to take the last couple of minutes of this meditation session for you to contemplate what I'm about to say. Great people do things before they are ready. They do things before they know they can do it. Doing what you're afraid of, getting out of your comfort zone, taking risks, that's what life is. Just gently breathe here and think about how that can be relevant in your day, in your week, and in your life. The first step can always feel like the hardest, but doing something different, stepping out of that comfort zone and taking that risk can lead to an amazing new path. When it feels comfortable to do so, begin to gently open your eyes and bring some movement into your body. Stretching your arms out to the side or above your head. Clenching your fingers into fists and unclenching, releasing them. Scrunching your toes up and again releasing them. Straightening your legs out and then letting them go nice and loose. Noticing your jaw, and if it feels a little bit clenched, just unclenching it. Putting your tongue to the bottom of your mouth and letting your jaw unclench. And finally finishing just with some shoulder rolls. Bringing your shoulders up to your ears and releasing. Shoulders up to the ears and releasing. There's no rush to come out of the meditation practice. If you want to sit for a few more moments and just contemplate, relax before you rush off into your day, we just encourage you to think about how you can take some of that intention forward into your day around observing your thoughts and feelings, and not always feeling like you have to go down that kind of spiral with whatever you're thinking or whatever you're feeling. Sometimes allowing yourself that time to step back, and at other times stepping in without knowing how it's all going to work out. And a huge part of meditation is releasing control as well. So hope you've enjoyed the session today. I can see a few comments in there. Great to have you in the session, Mum, Melanie. Thank you very much for your lovely comment there. If anybody's got any other comments or questions, feel free to pop them in the chat box. And if not, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you back here next Tuesday. I'm also running regular 7 a.m. sessions, Make Your Morning sessions on YouTube. So they're streamed live every day. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in an early start to the day, 15 minutes to make your morning. And also there's a huge amount of free resources over on my new website, which is karenbonner.com. So feel free to check these out and also share them with anybody that you think might be relevant. So thanks everyone, and really appreciate you all coming along to the session and seeing a few new faces, or in the chat box at least I can see that you're here. So thank you everyone, and great to see you here as well, Jane and Jared, and take care.